It's 4 o'clock on a Monday, and you know what that means, don't you? It's time for another exciting episode of TAXITV Live. Yahoo! Oh, my microphone. Pretty darn hot today. How are you guys? Great to see you. Get the chat room open. I am so excited today to welcome a young lady that I met a couple of weeks ago when we were doing a taxi compilation for music for advertising, and I heard her stuff and picked up the phone and called her, and we had a really nice chat. We've kind of stayed in touch over the last couple of weeks, and I decided to do a show featuring her music because it's something that a lot of people don't understand. So without any further ado, let me introduce you to Rachael Scott. Joining us all the way, lucky for her, from the Big Island in Hawaii, which is, I've been to the Big Island 5 or 6 times. It's breathtaking. So you're a very lucky lady. And she makes really cool music. And Rachael, you used a genre name for it the other day that I hadn't even heard before. What would you call the genre? And it's not, you didn't make this up. This is an actual genre, right?
I call it swagger pop.
What kind of pop?
Swagger.
Swagger pop. Okay. So is that like a genre that I'm too old and not hip enough to know, or is that just something you call it?
I don't think so. I think I just started calling it that because they said they want swagger, and then I add hyper pop elements and.
Okay, so hyper pop. Here, I'm going to bring myself down, otherwise I'm going to just like overwhelm you. So
that's a real genre. Hyper pop.
Yeah, hyper pop with some swagger added to it. Did you say Gen Z?
Yeah, they got a lot of elements like metal and different sounds.
All right, so. And let me check with the chat room. Is our audio about equal, you guys? Somebody let me know if the audio's groovy.
Groovy.
Okay, that's good. Yes, sounds fine. All right. So I want to play some of Rachael's stuff. I'm probably going to play everything twice. Liz says Rachel's a bit low. Okay, I will bring her up. Got that. And bring me down a little bit. Okay. I was testing everything before I do, like before every show, and that glitchy thing where it kind of speeds up for a second. If you hear that today, it's not Rachel's music. It comes fine off of the laptop I'm playing it on. By the time I put it into the Rode mixer and then go out of that into my laptop, this new thing has been happening. But as I said, we're going to listen to everything twice. And what I would really like you guys to do is think about it like this. This is music for advertising, or could be, used in other sync things as well. I prefer, because I come from that background, I've mixed, several hundred big TV commercials in my lifetime. You don't listen to a 3-minute song because the commercials are 30 seconds. So as somebody who's editing music and laying it into picture, you're looking for a lyric phrase that works with the product, or you're looking for a beat that works with the tempo of the commercial. You're looking for things that match the video. And the thing that I really love about Rachel's music, and I don't know if you studied advertising music and did this by intent, or it's just what you do, but there are so many sections that each of them on their own could easily be used for several types of commercials. So let's talk about that for a minute before I play the first thing. How did you get into writing? How did you decide to write for commercials, and what's your methodology?
Well, I've always been a writer, but then when I became a musician, I obviously was writing songs. I was like, those are way faster than writing a book, because I used to try to write books. And then I went to the Hawaii Songwriting Festival many, many years. I've been there so many times that I'm embarrassed to say that this is my first Taxi Road rally, but I'm excited to come.
Yay.
But I learned a lot at a few of the classes there for advertising and like 30, 60, and 90 cuts. And just like 6 second rule, they would say a lot like change everything every 6 seconds, make sure it's moving forward, make sure there's lots of cuts and edits and things. So I just started listening to commercials. Don't block your YouTube commercials. Start listening to them and seeing what they're using and where it's cutting out and where it's coming in. And and just now just making it like a party. So that's what I try to stick with. Make it like a party, make it so it keeps moving, make it really exciting and be weird. So my music's progressively getting weirder, which I think will work. Brands kind of look for weird stuff. Think like a brand. That's a big one. Like think about what they're looking for as people who don't play music, that they don't even know exactly what they want. So you just want to give them a lot of options of young and something that says, you want my product without saying buy my product.
Wow. You really paid attention in those classes. That's great. God, you literally went down like the bullet point list of all the right things to do. So congratulations. Somebody out there paid attention. Yay. All right. And when I play the first song, gotta know, this made it on to a Taxi compilation. Every time we send out compilations, whether it's Christmas music, music for advertising, whatever, love songs, songs about home, virtually every single writer, composer on those compilations gets reached out to by somebody offering them a deal. How many people reached out to you because of the first thing we're going to hear?
6.
That's incredible. 6.
It changed my life.
Wow. All from being on a Taxi compilation. 6 different companies reached out, and now I'm guessing that they all went, well, can you do a whole album of that style for me?
I'm definitely writing furiously, and I kept the relationships with everyone I didn't give the song to.
Wow.
Trying to just fill those orders.
That's what it comes down to. But, people say, well, how can you be creative when you're filling orders? But I think that the pressure kind of forces you to dig deep and become creative. Are you finding that's the case?
Yeah, and just starting, I love it. It's really fun starting different ways. I mean, it does help if you love the music you're making. And just like, I'm going to start with bass today or I'm going to go bang a pan in the kitchen and see what that brings me and just start doing stuff. And once you're in it and you're used to doing it most days, I think it gets easier because it's not really like work. It's like, I'm excited to do this. I'm fortunate enough to do this. And hopefully soon I'll be able to quit my day job and just do this. So
right.
I'm definitely driven for it.
What would you say is your main instrument that you're most proficient at, and do you write on that?
I mean, I'm a guitar player and a singer. But no, I probably play the keys all the time because of the bass. I like those bass notes and like kind of playing with MIDI and synth and stuff. So I do a lot of dance music, so I'm pretty familiar with synth too, I guess. So I don't know. I kind of play everything. I just try to start wherever that keeps me interested.
Yeah, and by the way, I did go to your Taxi member homepage and listen to stuff that wasn't just advertising music. It's like every genre you do well. So clearly you listen to the genre, and I'm guessing analyze it and figure it out. Am I guessing correctly on that?
Yeah, I don't know if my early stuff is on there. There's obviously I had a lot of returns when I first started because there was just little things I was doing wrong. But as you learn what they want in TV and kind of how to grab somebody from the first few seconds and just adding little things like that, I think helps, and I've definitely improved from that. So the feedback, I have to say, Taxi is amazing. And in 2020, I probably was like, oh, I don't agree, because I wasn't very into it. And then I come back later, I listen to the song, I look at the feedback, and I was like, wow, he was absolutely right. And it does, so it improves you. It really does. You just got to be open to what they say.
Which is hard. I get it. When I was still active in the studio, believe me, if anybody gave me feedback, I was probably biting my lip. But then you have to realize, especially when it's somebody that's been doing it longer and better than you, you'd be crazy not to listen if they're not being jerks in the way they're delivering it. So good for you for doing that. I'm so excited that you're coming to the Road Rally. I mean, we are literally Today's Monday. I go to the hotel Wednesday night. Thursday morning, we start setting up the hotel. This is the time where we're all in crunch time. We're all very nervous. But once we get to the hotel, I personally always say, it's like a truckload of gravel going downhill with no brakes. You're not going to stop it. It's going to happen. You just have to hope it doesn't crash into anything too severely. But I don't think I've ever been this excited about a road rally ever. Last year, I knew it was going to be a good one. I had a lot of confidence, and I feel even more confident. So I'm really glad that you chose this year to be your first one. All right, and looking forward to you guys in the chat room joining us as well. All right, let's listen to "I'm All About That." This is what made me fall in love with Rachael Scott's music. And pick up the phone and call her. And also remember, don't listen to the whole thing like you would a song on the radio in your car. I mean, you can, but it was so obvious to me. Whoever this lady is constructed this for advertising because she understood what they need, and you did. So here we go. I'm all about that.
Gonna win it, I got vibes. Gonna do it, I got time. Gonna be it, I got shines. Get it, do it, be it, slide. Gotta have it, it's mine. Gotta get it, can't hide. Gotta feel it, so right. Catch it, keep it, feel it, mine. There's something happening, I feel the energy. About to get it, about to be it, about to... Wow! I'm about that. That. All about that. I'm about that. All about that. I'm in love with 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 that. I'm all about that. I'm in love with 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 that. I'm all about that. Oh la la, oh la la, oh la.
Amazing. Here. I had to throw some applause in there. People in the chat room are going, genius composition, great production, be great for Old Navy, lots of great ear candy, you go girl. Let's see, contemporary, that setup. Ferrari convertible. Remember, I think I was mentioning, I called it a 65 Mustang with the top down on PCH for one of our other songs, which is not like this, but still great for advertising. Anyway, so you guys get the idea. So now I want to play it through. Oh, some notes that I made, being an old advertising mixer guy. Be great for hair products, makeup commercials. I wrote top down, motorcycle. And then in the last section, or right before you go to the last section, I'm in love with that. Which again, that opens it up to a whole other array of products and gives the editor a whole other thing to work with. I'm all about that. I'm in love with that. They kind of mean the same thing, but not entirely, and it just gives two great uses. were there any hurdles that you hit while you were writing this, or did they kind of come out of you fairly quickly and easily?
That one, I had like the bones of it, and I took it to the songwriting festival, and I got some feedback, and it also wasn't long enough at first, so that last "I'm in Love with That" was the last section that I actually ended up making. I was like, I need another section that goes with it, but yeah, but that was it. Maybe just making them long enough, because it's really easy to make a 90-second song, but a little bit harder to make a 2-minute song.
Right.
When it's that simple. So yeah, I would say.
Yeah, and there's part of the synth lead line is almost like something like a tongue-in-cheek Halloween themed thing, this little Frankenstein.
It's a little spooky sounding. I was like ding, 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 ding when I was on my keyboards.
Yeah, and it works because it adds a sense of like mystery, and then is that you singing as
That's
well?
me, yeah.
You have that Gen Z attitude of like, it's almost a bit much for me to even think about singing this for you. You sound a little exasperated in the best possible way, which is a hallmark of that type of vocal. So it's like, I'm so shocked that you just thought of all these little pieces and were able to synthesize them into something that is so good. I mean, you just...
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you held on.
So am I, honestly. It's like I black out, I come out of it, and I listen to it in the car the next day, and I'm like, wow, that came out pretty good so far. So.
How long have you been writing and producing your own stuff?
I dabbled in producing from at least 15 years, but I only got really serious about it in the last 5, and really serious about mixing in the last 5, probably.
And are you self-taught on, YouTube videos and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, everything.
Wow, you're doing a great job.
Doodling around like this. If it sounds good, go with it.
Yeah, it's the ear, not the gear. Back in the days when I had an SSL in my control room, I barely ever cracked the manual. I learned it by pressing a lot of wrong buttons and then figuring out what the right ones were. And the good thing is when you have a 48 input or 56 input console, if you can do it on one channel, you can do it on all the rest. Not that hard. All right, so let's listen to this again, and I'm going to bring the volume down on it a little bit. You can throw out comments while we're listening. I may go, okay, you guys get ready for this part. I don't think I've ever tried to analyze on the fly before, so let's see how this goes. But don't be shy. You could say, oh, I did that because. And here we are back at the beginning.
Gonna win it, I got vibes. Gonna do it, I got time.
Okay, right there. I'm gonna win it. Sports commercials. It could be a Gatorade thing. It could be sneakers. It could be yoga wear, whatever. Lululemon. I've got 4 daughters. I know things. It just immediately lends itself to that. And what's the BPM on this? Do you remember?
Oh, it's probably just like 120. About.
Okay.
Probably.
And here we go again.
Be it, I got shines, get it, do it, be it, slide.
I got shine. It could be somebody with beautiful long hair tossing her hair from side to side. And remember, they don't use the whole thing. They just use seconds. They hair commercial, they might just come in with I got shine and then just take the stems and go just to the bass and just have that boom, 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 boom underneath the voiceover dialogue.
I have it, it's mine, gotta get it, can't hide, gotta feel it, so right, catch it, keep it, feel it, mine. There's something happening, I feel the energy, about to get it, about to be it, about to, wow, I'm about that.
What?
Ramp it up, leave a moment,
Oh,
something there, so they can cut it too.
yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, your edit points are like perfect.
All about that. I'm about
Love this transition.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, that I don't even know what you call that. The walk down, that quirky little walk down that you do. That would be a great way to end a spot. That would be a great way to come into something. We had a pretty high-end TV editor at the Road, I think 3 years, doing different stuff. But she always said, the one thing that makes me pick a piece of music, if it's got something that I can use to bring it in, rather than just starting on the downbeat, some sort of anticipatory drum fill or guitar lick or something, and that is perfect for that. I'm going to play it one more time, just from that section.
Ooh la la. Start it up.
And ooh la la, we're back to hair or fashion or whatever. Start it up, could make it automotive.
Make the cut. Show my ooh la, big boom vibes. Got them shiny shines. Going for a ride with my ooh la in 3, 2.
Count off is great.
Wow, I'm all about that.
You could literally start with I'm all about that. You could end a spot with I'm all about that, just that vocal alone. Did you go hang out at a Starbucks by a high school to get hints as to how to develop the attitude in the way you said that?
I think that I am a child inside. So she comes out, whoever this is. Yeah.
It's so funny. I mean, you perfectly captured that. Did you watch the TV series Landman? Anyway, Billy Bob Thornton's character has a daughter who's a 17-year-old gorgeous girl that comes to live with him, and she's exactly like that person. My wife and I were watching some episodes last night, and I actually thought of this song. She said something in the show, and I thought, oh my God, I would cue Rachael's song right there.
Cool.
So, yeah, you nailed it.
All about that. I'm about that. All about I'm in love with that. 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 I'm all about that. I'm in love with 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 that. I'm all about
Take out the
that.
beat.
Sorry?
Take out the beat. Remove stuff. Always
Oh.
bring stuff in and take stuff out. Always, make sure
Yep.
you can. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody last night asked me for what's your advice for making better mixes and making mixes that sound like records? And I said, it's not about the gear. It's not about being slick. It's about all the stuff that you don't put in, even though you could. And you just proved that.
Space. That last part was actually just me testing the mic, and that's why you can hear a bird in the background. And I just left it in there and thought it was funny. So
It was funny. I didn't hear the bird, but then again, I've got crusty old ears. Let's see.
keeping it interesting. I don't know, if you can hear half the chorus has a lot, and then the other half is a little different for that second part, but I'm still saying the same thing. I don't know. Keep it simple, I would say. I mean, look how simple those lyrics are. Be universal. Universal yet say something. That's the hardest part, I think, about this kind of music.
Liz, I know you're watching. Can you run down and shut Ashmita's door, please? I can hear her pretty clearly here in my big TV studio. Thank you. Okay, somebody made a comment I want to go back to. What do you use? What's your DAW that you use?
I
Talk
use
about?
Logic Pro.
Okay, um, and what are some of your favorite synthesizer patches or keyboards that you use? Tell us a little bit about your.
Um, I use, oh, what I have? I have like a Contact, I don't know, 40 something key MIDI keyboard.
Yeah.
And I use that bend a lot. So like you'll hear a lot of my bass bending, but that's just manual bending, and the easiest way to make a bass more interesting. And I use Serum a lot. I love Serum.
Mm,
Serum 2 is amazing. And if you go on Splice, they have presets that people sell that are really cool. I like to start with some of those, get a good sound. I made my own 808 bass, but it's not hard. You can just get an 808 and then kind of play with the plugin until
yeah.
you get the sound you want with your ADSR, all that stuff. We're not going to get technical, but I'm not that technical. I just want to put it out there that I'm really not. And this has nothing to do with music theory. So if you feel like you need that, I don't know if you really do.
I've got a panel happening at the Road Rally this year with 4 very accomplished women in music. And being the father of 4 daughters and the owner of Taxi, it has always bothered me. Like I called you on the spur of the moment that day and just said, I love what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. I've also called some female members, not that this couldn't happen with a male, so I just want to make that distinction. But call somebody up and say, oh my gosh, this is perfect for, or, like we get a call from a supervisor or library, somebody that wants a piece of music, but they need it, let's say, mixed with mix minus vocal. And I talked to a female Taxi member, and her response was, oh, I can't do that till my boyfriend gets home from work.
Oh,
Yeah. So, like, you could be blowing opportunities
like,
because you're not technically capable at all. So we're doing a panel. It's probably the second or third time I've done something like this, really encouraging women to not be afraid of producing. And you are a great example of somebody. And I love the fact that you said it's not about music theory, and it's making mistakes till it sounds right, and I like that bass sound. I'm so proud of you, Rachael Scott. I am.
oh, thanks.
You put a smile on my face. All right, you guys, let's listen to another one. Let me scroll down to the bottom of the chat room.
The reason why I learned to mix, I felt like it was so important, was because I wanted to do this and I didn't want to rely on anybody else that I'd have to wait for. So
Yeah,
yeah, I
exactly.
think that's beneficial. Yeah.
Absolutely, it is. Carve your own path. Um, okay, Stephanie Barrows, what is Splice? Splice is a company that sells loops, basically. That's the simplest description.
Samples, little sounds. You can find glass and stuff on there. Yeah, the only thing you want to do with Splice is you never want to just drag a sample in and use it the way it is. You want to always manipulate it or change it and make it your own so that it's not Shazammed in someone else's song.
Right, because that does happen, absolutely. All right, so this one is called Dagger Swagger. And
It's not.
well, it's on the playlist that I have. Here's the funny thing is when I called Rachael that day, I can't remember if I texted you or called you back. I said, oh, yeah, and by the way, one more thing. You should change the title of this. So I'm not going to tell, and don't you tell, Rach, what the title is now. Let's see if they can figure it out. But it used to be called Dagger Swagger. So here we go.
I'm feeling shiny. I see you there. You wanna beat me? But I don't care. Champion's mindset. I'm stepping up my game. Got a winning attitude and I'm breaking all them chains. Rising up to conquer. Power getting stronger. Stepping into greatness. My victory awaits now. Ella, Ella. Ella, Ella. Fake. Ella, Ella. Ella, Ella. Fake. level up. Crushing it, slaying it, owning it, nailing it, crushing it, crushing it, owning it. Time to elevate, elevate. Ella, 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 fate. Ella, 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 fate. Time to elevate.
Wow, the crowd really loved that one. And Glenn Ruger gets it. I guess a bunch of people are saying elevate. Yeah, so I called her back and said, the hook should be related to the title, should be related to the hook, and vice versa. And elevate, what a perfect thought for advertising, because again, let's see, where are my notes on this one? Sports in general, anything to do with sports, sports drink. By the way, right after we hung up, I went and Googled, there are some drinks named Elevate. One of them is a sports drink. So I'm thinking, ooh, yeah, same thing. It's like, who's the ad agency? Once I get past the road rally, I'll do that for you. I will make a valiant effort to find out who. Sometimes the creative director who's in charge of a commercial acts as their own music supervisor. Other times, maybe they might ask their assistant, hey, can you bring me some cool young music that could work for this? Or sometimes they go to an outside music supervisor. So I will do a little snooping around, because I think Elevate, the new title, and this song are perfect for drinks. Like I said, I think there are a couple of brands. There's a water and maybe an energy drink, but it's just, again, perfect. I could imagine this working well in a commercial for sneakers or anything to do with working out. Somebody running up the steps in a stadium, dripping sweat, Nike commercial kind of thing, Gatorade commercial. You've got the phrase crushing it in there. You're so good at picking out the essence of. Some people might write, I've been working out so hard and I feel like I'm crushing it. You just put crushing it in there. It's just like the essence.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, that singer on that track, her name is Ruby. She's my guest at the rally, and she's a vocalist. And this is very different than what she even usually does. So you guys will hear her and get to meet her. And yeah, she's happy to be anyone's vocalist. She's probably.
I may have to
somewhere.
play one of these. I try not to. People get cranky when sometimes I insert a song that's a personal pick of mine into one of the panels where they're listening to music, because they feel like, well, that 2 minutes could have been the 2 minutes my song got played. So on one of these panels, I'm going to add 2 minutes to the panel so nobody gets cranky with me about that. And for people who aren't here on TAXITV, I want the ballroom, because the people that come to the road rally are Taxi's most serious, most likely to succeed members, and they learn so much in a weekend at the rally that it elevates them. Couldn't resist. Wasn't planned.
Well, that cut's only 90 seconds, so you don't even have to add 2 minutes. You only have to add 90 seconds.
There you go. But I just want people to hear it because it's so obvious. And sometimes we run listings for music for commercials, and the stuff that comes in, it's like, really? Do you watch any TV? Have you seen a commercial in the last 3 years? This sounds like a Campbell Soup commercial from 1974. It doesn't sound like today. Do you want me to play it again? You can just talk us through, or you got anything? Nah?
It doesn't matter. Sure. Oh, wow. That one was, I don't know. That one was, I actually got a return on that one. And so, because it didn't fit the listing. So it's not like it was. Yeah,
it wasn't about the song.
Yeah, not really. There was one weird feedback, but I think that was just objective. But like, I don't know. That was good. I tried to sing it, couldn't. My friend came in the studio, one take. I was like, try this. And she did that in like one take. That's why. So it was like, great.
How long on average does it take you to create a track like this, a song like this?
It's faster now. Maybe with that one, maybe it took me like a week, but now I can get the bones of a track and like the idea and kind of know the structure within like 5 hours probably.
Do you ever find yourself driving in the car, talking into your phone or singing parts into your phone? And
I have like 13,000 voice memos. Like I can't even keep up with what I have in there.
wow.
And titles. I have a notes where I put taglines so that anytime something comes into my head, I just throw it on the note. And then when I go to write, I can open it. And if it's, I can even go to Chat GPT. You're always talking about this and be like, hey, what's like 12 Gen Z ways to say this? And it'll give me some lines and some ideas and stuff.
Yeah, you could use AI to sort through all those voice memos. There's got to be some way.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's got to be a way to have that go through, listen to them, and once it would generate typed out words from them, then you could ask it to organize it by category or genre or type or similar because, anyway.
That would be helpful.
Yeah. All right. Let's listen to Let's Do It Again. Now, this one, I think Rachael was a little surprised that I included it. It's kind of surfer rock, kind of. What genre would you call it? It's guitar based?
I called it garage rock.
Okay, yeah, you're probably closer.
A little grungy, I don't know.
Yeah. What did you grow up listening to and loving, just so we can get a little feel for where your musical influences might come from?
Oh, I don't know. I listened to everything. My mom had me into a lot of like Prince and Fleetwood Mac and stuff, but then when I was a teenager, I listened to heavy metal. A lot of it. So and now I don't hardly at all. In fact, I hardly listen to music anymore. I listen to podcasts and stuff, but probably because I'm making it so much. But yeah, no, I don't know. I'm pretty rounded. My brother's a rapper. He was a very prolific rapper growing up, and I listened to a lot of that. So I know hip hop, and I can understand rock, and I can understand certain things. I don't know. I like everything. I love dance music. I make EDM. So.
Yeah, I think I heard one of your EDM tracks. You were also doing kind of like relaxation meditation stuff. I think I heard a track that you did. I
tried. I was for one of the briefs. I was like, let me try for a brief.
The hardest thing about doing that is keeping them remarkably simple, because the best way to know if you've got something, which is torture for musicians, is shut your eyes and try and fall asleep or meditate to it. If there's anything that makes you go, oh, that's a cool gliss. Ooh, I love it. Oh, the minute the brain starts noticing things about the music, it's defeated the purpose of why the music was created. So therefore, the musicians that create it are really like, I could do so much more. Well, yeah, you can, but you shouldn't.
I got all returns. I've never had one of those forwarded yet, so... But they're fun to make, Don't ever think that just because you got a return that it wasn't worth making it, because it gives you experience and you just keep going.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you didn't hold it against us, and when you saw me calling you on the phone, that you still took the call. All right, here's Let's Do It Again. Oh man, it it works on so many levels. I don't even know where to begin. I mean, let's do it again. It's just a very universal phrase that could be applied to anything. Again, exercise, people in a car with the top down, people on bicycles, people on motorcycles, hair blowing. I don't know why I'm obsessed with hair blowing. Young people. You've got color. Let your colors shine. That could be anything. It could be applied to so many things. It could be hair color. It could be the color of your car. It could be waving your own flag. You've got the go, go, go in there, which would be a great place you could cut and just go, go, go right from there. Do it again is in there. Yeah, it's got that. It makes you want to pogo with a little surf influence to the pogo. Gosh. Diz Diamond says, Rachael Scott, you are a phenom. Oh, Diz must be a friend.
She's actually in that song. The backing vocals are her and a friend of ours, Nana, who are doing the go, 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 go with me. So, she's just love bombing in there.
Well, Diz, you are absolutely correct. I agree with you. I think Rachael Scott is a phenom. I mean, I probably pick up the phone and call 5, 6, 7 members a year. So it's not something I'm doing on a daily or a weekly basis. And I know when I pick up the phone and call people, sometimes they become like, oh, I've got Michael's ear, Michael's attention. So I'm going to send all my music directly to Michael and, love bomb him. And I regret that I ever called him, but I don't regret that I called you. You don't seem like a love bomber.
I'm going to keep it professional. I'm not burning bridges anywhere.
Let's see. Gabe Pardo says, this is so good. Such a great example. I'm glad I tuned in to watch this. I'm so glad you did too, because we are literally like right in the middle of getting ready for the road rally, and I wasn't going to do a Taxi TV today just because I'm in every hour counts mode. But when I heard Rachel's music, I said, oh, going to do the show. Okay. Any other thoughts about that one before I move on to the next?
I don't think so. Just make it a party, make it fun. If you're not having fun and kind of bouncing in your seat when you're making something that's supposed to be fun, maybe start over or add something else. I don't know.
And it's so
that
fun.
One was really fun.
I mean, I don't know you in real life, but you seem like somebody that could be an attorney or somebody that could be a high school principal or, you don't have like this rocked out wild child vibe going on at all. Would your parents classify you as a wild child or were you a good kid?
No, I was a good kid most of the time. Maybe until I was a teenager. Then my mom might have a different opinion, but I was pretty good up until then.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's true for a lot of us. All right. I'm just going to play that one through one more time just because I love it so much. Oops. I guess I should go to the beginning. Oh, come on.
Oh, this is a different one. That one's
There's the glitch. Not yours. It's like an 8-second decay on that reverb.
Oh my gosh, when I was, and it's funny because the person who plays the guitar when I do stuff like this, we're in the room and I was like, "Can you make the guitar do that like zzz sound?" And he's like, "Okay." He's very good, so he can do all the stuff. But that's how it is. I'm like, "Can you do this? Maybe try da 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 da," and he'll try it, and that's kind of how we write stuff because that's what I hear.
Wow, you've got a producer's brain. You really do. For somebody that hasn't been doing it seriously with a lot of intent for more than 5 years, you think like a producer. So yay. Let's see if I had any other notes on this one. There's so many brands that could use that. I just, gosh. I'm going to take a month off and go to every ad agency I know. I wish I could.
I mean, I'd be stoked, but like...
Well, I'm sure that all the libraries that are now waiting for you to finish projects and deliver to them, that they will absolutely, know what to do with it. Yeah, and just so everybody understands, it's like you can't. I was just thinking... I have some guys I know that are music supervisors, too, in particular, that just work on TV commercials all the time. But I could call them up. I know them well enough to say, hey, I'm going to send you something great. But the music has to meet the moment. They'll just sit there and agree with me. Go, yeah, this lady's got it figured out. She's doing all the right stuff. But the next project I'm on is 3 months before we're going to need music. And it's for... pain reliever, which this wouldn't work for. So it's not just about great music. It's having great music for the right thing at the right time. But you have dramatically increased your chances by making music that is very applicable to the advertising genre. So yay you. Any questions from you guys about that one in particular? We're gonna play 2 more, and then I'll open it up. We'll have enough time to do just general Q&A for you guys to ask Rachael anything you want. And by the way, I do love the backgrounds. Diz, you did a great job. Again, with the Gen Z attitude, and they're very free-spirited. It's like you feel like singing along with them. A unison group always makes me want to I can sing that note. So it engenders participation. Let's see. MMS 5087 says the first guitar break made me think of that song, Shut Up and Dance With Me. I think that was my wife on our 3rd date, and I told her I don't dance, and she said, well, then just stand there and watch me, or something brilliant like that. And my wife happens to be a great dancer, so it was quite embarrassing for me. All right, let's go to this one's called That Hit the Spot. Again, even your titles are advertising-ish. Which is good. You've been paying attention to all the right stuff.
Stepping out, let's light it up. Fresh new vibes, I'm rising up. Show me everything you got, everything you got. Eyes on me, I'm shining bright. Setting trends, I'm out of sight. Show me everything you got, everything you got. Oh wow, something new. Let me show you what I can do. Show you everything I
I gotta ask you, do you dream in Technicolor? It's like you are so full of ideas, and they are crazy and out there, but perfect.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I mean, just like I'm envious. I would never have the bandwidth to come up with some of the crazy stuff you put in there, and you just listen to it, and go, that's crazy, and it works so well.
You got to be weird. I got to stick out, you know. Like there's a lot of people doing music like this, like that I listen to, and I don't know. I just try to mess it up a little bit more
This
than
one
they
almost had
do.
like a little Middle Eastern vibe going on.
That's it.
The
I
synth,
was hoping you heard that. I hear
yeah.
that's what I hear when I was like, and we're always getting Middle Eastern briefs that I'm like, I don't know. So when I made that one, I was like, I like it. Like I'm gonna keep it in there just in case.
I'm also doing a panel at the Road Rally about all the people who don't go after stuff. Like we've got a listing coming out in a couple of days that, or maybe it's after the rally, whatever. I just saw one today that is for sitar with an S, sitar-based music with a hip-hop influence. And
Wow.
I know so many of our members will just look at the first sentence of that listing and go, I don't play sitar. And like, dude and dudettes, go out there and get a guitar sample, a sitar sample, sorry. I even looked them up, and there's some free ones out there. I don't know how good they are, but even the pricier ones are like $79 to $95, still not that expensive. And sit down there and listen to some sitar music. You don't have to be Ravi Shankar right out of the box. You could listen to it and understand like sustains or tremolos, things like that, and then try to play it by hand rather than middying it so it doesn't sound all stiff and it's the kind of thing where if you do that, the library's going to call and say, I love this piece, can you make more? And now you've got an 11 or 12 song album that's going to be in their Indian music section, which will not be heavily populated with other people. So therefore, 9 months from now, when a music supervisor needs a whole bunch of Indian music because a show takes place in India, who's going to have most of the music under the Indian genre in that library? The person who read the listing and said, I'm going to figure out how to do that. So you sound like that person. You're not intimidated.
I haven't tried to do anything sitar, but that was probably the most Middle Eastern thing I've ever done. What you just heard, but I did do one EDM song that was a bit Middle Eastern. Maybe I'll turn that in someday when there's a brief.
Yeah, it just doesn't. I think people cheat themselves out of opportunities by not taking on even a little challenge. It's like they box themselves in with, well, this is what I do. And they just keep doing that same thing over and over. And clearly you are not doing the same thing over and over, and you don't box yourself in. What was the very first type of music that you ever wrote? Was it like singery, songwritery, acoustic guitar stuff?
Yeah, like folk music. Yeah.
Seems like so many people start there. So how did you graduate from that to having this brain that gloms onto all this beautiful weirdness?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think just practicing producing and then listening to songs, and like now all I think about is like I can't even listen to music the same way anymore because I hear a song and I'm like, how did they do that? And I'll hear the bass or I'll hear a reverb and I'm like, oh, and I'll come home and I'll be like, I'm gonna try that. Like, how do I do that reverb throw or whatever it is that I heard? So it's kind of ruins it for you, but but it stretches you too. I'm stretched. I feel like I'm stretching and more than ever now because I'm writing so much. That I just have to keep it fresh and keep trying different things and different angles so it doesn't sound the same and stuff, you know.
Wow. I literally have not had a stereo in my house since 1976, which was a year or two after I started in the industry. And I fell into that same trap where I can't listen to music as a fan anymore. I'm listening to it like a surgeon trying to find a better way to get that tumor out of there or something. I guess that was a bad analogy, but you know what I'm saying? It's I can't walk by music without noticing what the snare drum sounds like or what the reverb is doing. So, yeah, I listen to talk radio in my car or classical music. I do love listening to Flight of the Valkyries when I'm driving fast.
I like classical music.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to do orchestral stuff, and I do some trailers. I just have never turned them in or gotten really good at it yet, but one day maybe.
Well, we have a panel on trailers at the Road Rally this year.
I'm very excited.
And do not miss. Oh man, do I have my schedule anywhere near me? Hang on. I don't have the schedule anywhere near me. I cleared my desk
It's
off.
tough. I saw the schedule, and there's a few times where I want to be in two places at once. So
I know, and we keep lessening the number of classes so that we don't make people feel like that, like they're always missing something. I mean, there was one year where I want to say we had like either 75 or 95 classes throughout the whole event. It was just way too much. Anyway, so we have a guy named Mark Giovanni who's doing a thing. You might have seen him advertising. He's just started coming out with, I don't even know what you call him, software, music software, not really plugins, but where he takes like ostinatos. It's just everything. Yeah, here's a pack of just ostinatos, like hundreds of them. And so, I mean, I've known him for 5 or 6 years. I had him do a pre-tape thing for the Road Rally a few years ago, and we were doing the virtual ones. And then I called him and said, I've got to have you do something live on stage this year. Can you do it live? And he goes, yeah, what took you so long? I've been waiting for you to call. But he is such an incredible teacher, and he's got a very thick accent. I can't tell. I don't know if he's from Spain or from Italy, but a very thick Mediterranean accent. And he talks a million miles an hour, so I hope that it works well in the context of the ballroom. But he's one of the greatest teachers I've seen of anything, anywhere in my lifetime. And he texted me yesterday and said, I got to tell you, I'm going to blow people's minds. And he is not somebody that brags. He's just not built that way. But he blows my mind doing stuff that he thinks is mundane. So if you want to learn more about making great orchestral music, don't miss Mark Giovanni. I have a feeling that this is one of those panels that will be talked about for years. So I'm telling you, this Road Rally, anybody who's not coming is cheating themselves out of, like, I don't know, a SpaceX booster for your career. All right, let's listen to another one. Again, with the titles, I Got What You Want. Anybody who's in advertising, any editor editing a TV commercial that sees a playlist with a title, I Got What You Want, I mean, it's built for advertising. They are going to listen to this. Anything you want to tell me to set this up at all?
Diz and Nana are back in this one too. They helped with some of the backing vocals, but no, I was just in my car, I think, driving, and I was like, I got, and no, that's how it happens. And I came home and started making it.
So
4 words though. I got what you want. Wait, I got 5 words. That's what I started with. So
yeah, 5 words. Wow. Are Diz and Nana musicians as well, or they just
Yes.
They're not just
and
friends
we have
with
a little
pretty
group
voice.
that we're writing now. We're writing more stuff now together. So
nice.
yeah.
All right. I Got What You Want. Here we go.
I'm the real deal. I'm killing it. I'm a vibe. I'm feeling it. Got the energy, unlimited. Transmitting it. I got what you want. 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 I got I got what you want. 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 I got it. I got it.
Whew. Oop, cut it off before the last loop. Amazing. And I love the fact that those synth parts do call and response. I would have made the mistake if I were mixing that back in the day, which was a lot of days ago, of having them at the same level. And you don't. And it's almost like the little dog barks at the big dog and the big dog goes, woof. You know, I mean, it's you.
I don't even know if that was intentional or not.
Well, I don't know. I think you have incredible instincts. It just doesn't sound like you overthink stuff. It sounds like you kind of just instinctively know where to go. Where does it all come from, Rachael Scott? I mean, I'm
Like
so
I
impressed.
said, I'm serious. I'll get in the car and I'll listen to it the next day because I sit on the song for a minute and I'm like, wow. I don't know. I think my brain just opened up, but it's, a long time of trying things and listening to other music. And these are probably more complicated than even what I'm doing now, which is just a little bit more simple, but it's still big sounds and big drops and stuff like that. So, but yeah, those horns were the hardest thing. Those horns was tough.
Finding
Still
the
don't know
right.
if they sound great. I don't know, just the samples and then adding in a synth and does this sound like real horns? And I wanted to pitch it to a guy who plays trumpet, so I was terrified to even do that. So yeah, but it's working. It works, I think so.
Great. How are the libraries that reached out to you because you're on the compilation? How are they reacting when they hear other stuff that they didn't hear on the compilation? Are they flipping out?
Yeah, I gave those three, not the rock song, but those other three. They all got the library that I chose to have the first song got the other two as well.
Okay.
So yeah, I did some research. I don't know how to do some research on who's offering you what they're working on, where you think your music will go faster or further. I don't know. I was just looking at some of the stuff they were doing. So
You are you're my ideal taxi member. I don't know if you learned all this or some of it by watching TAXITV or being on the forums or whatever, the Hawaii Songwriters. But you're doing absolutely all the right stuff. I have no doubt that 3 years from now we will be in awe, and 5 years from now you will be making a serious living and very much in demand. If that doesn't even happen sooner, so. Keep your head on straight, young lady. Don't let it go to your head. But you deserve
I don't have
it.
time. Just have to keep writing music.
Yeah, you don't seem like an ego-driven person at all. You're very humble. Okay, we've got about 23 minutes left. We can do some Q&A if you guys have questions for Rachael about gear she uses or her process or anything that we haven't discussed yet. And if you don't have any questions, I might play each of these songs one more time because they're that good. Take a minute for the questions to come in. There's always a little lag. Here we go. We oldsters should be good with the 80s synthwave. No? I guess so, Glenn Ruger. Andre Stepanian. Hi, Rachael. Followed you on Taxi and Instagram right after your first forward. I knew you would take flight in the sync world really fast. Not exactly a question, but a very kind comment.
Well, it's funny, though, because I think I joined Taxi in 19 or 20 the first time. And, was the typical member, put in 2 songs, got returns, didn't do much. And then came back tried a little harder, but still had a lot to learn. I think I had quite a few returns and like wasn't really putting out that much either. And yeah, now I don't know, just watching all the TVs and like Matt Vanderbilt on his channel, he says that you should be making so much music that you can't remember what you made last week.
Uh
And
huh.
so that kind of hit me. Even though I'm making songs, it's not cues, but it is kind of like these songs are kind of old now to me because I've been writing so much
Wow.
since then that yeah, I think that was all the advice that I get from like watching Taxi TV. And then like when I went to his, I'm sorry, Matt, I'm going to plug him, but he's got a music 101 and a 201 about how to write cues and music and things for TV. And he's just, you learn so much just watching that. And it's totally free on his YouTube. So
Yep.
can't wait to meet him.
Yeah, Matt is a ball of positive energy. He literally feels like part of my family now. I've known him for God knows how many years, but it's funny. All of you, people have asked, has Rachel had any placements yet? I don't think you have yet, right?
Nope. I just got signed into a few catalogs just like what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because she was on the Taxi comp. So,
Hmm.
um,
I was
yeah,
actually making those songs for a different pitch for a catalog that I did meet at the Hawaii Songwriting Festival, and I was gearing up to do it, and that compilation came up, and I knew that the compilations get like they're high level, and I wanted to get the feedback. So I put those 3 songs in to see what if I got some feedback, so I could get it ready to send to the other people, and then
wow.
that yeah. So now I got to
Uh,
make them other stuff.
It's funny. I was working on my opening remarks for the road rally, which I'll deliver on Friday morning. And one of the notes that I made on a post it and stuck in my kind of day runner calendar book was strategic. Because I think that most musicians are creative people and they don't think strategically. But when I look at you and I look at Matt Vanderbilt and I look at a very long list of successful taxi members, all of them that I could think of had a strategy, and you're doing that. You're at the beginning, and you already have the strategy. I mean, wow. Okay, so some of the questions. 5 years before you got interest in your work, what did you do to stay motivated?
I didn't. I almost gave up. I went to one of the Hawaii Songwriting Festivals. It was like my 14th one. I've been going to that forever. And I was sitting there and I still didn't have anything concrete to show. And I kind of was about to give up for about a year. I was like, I don't know if I'm cut out for this. I don't know if I can actually keep doing this. And I started not doing it as much. And I gig out and I do stuff, and I'm sitting there and I'm realizing like this is the only thing I think I'm supposed to be doing. So I couldn't not do it. Like I think taking breaks is important, but at the same time, like if it's in you, it's in you. You're just gonna come back to it anyway. So you might as well be practicing, even if it's bad.
Wow. Love your attitude. Do you write freelance or with something that is being requested? So I think, if I may guess at what this question is, it's like, do you just write what you write, or do you always write in response to a request or a brief?
No, yeah, I didn't write any of those in response to a brief. So I just was trying to write ad music, ad brand um, friendly music.
And why do you think
So
you picked music for advertising over writing other stuff? What about it attracted you?
I didn't at
Oh,
first at all. I was doing instrumentals. I just wanted to do background EDM and stuff like that, and like get into trailers and stuff. And then I don't know. I don't know where that first song came from, but I was like, let me just try. And I like started playing some 808 bass, and I don't know. I just had a lot of fun with it. And I was like, let me try to write a happy song. And that's kind of where that started, I guess. And then they just flowed out a bit, and then you called me and like everything kind of happened, and I was like, yeah, I think this is kind of my thing. It's I just didn't know it. So maybe you don't know what your thing is yet.
yeah, you were excited when I called you. At first, you're like, huh? What?
Because I was just watching. Okay, so the 2 times Michael has called me, I was just finished watching TAXITV. I think the first time I was still listening to it, watching TAXITV. So he was like, "My Rachael, it's Michael," and I was like, "Hello." I was very confused.
Is there a camera in the corner of my room?
Is he calling me? Like, what's happening? So yeah,
that's what we call interactive TAXITV. You watch, we call. Couple more questions here. Is this your full-time job? It's not. You're just getting started.
No, I work really hard. I clean. Right now, I have a cleaning business. I work, some days 8 hours, and then I gig at night. Certain nights I still play as a musician, and on the nights I'm not, I come home and I go in the studio for 4 hours, and my husband barely sees me. It's, that's the grind right now. But
wow,
when it all works out, it'll be worth it.
Do you master yourself, Isotope, Ozone, or Logic's mastering plugin, maybe?
Kind of, because I'm learning that they don't want it too mastered, and some companies will master it for you. So basically, I don't have like one mastered track because I tried it once and I tried to do a cut down and it didn't make any sense and I couldn't like pull my stems out. So I don't think I'm going to do that because I don't think that's the way you should do it. Yeah. I forget the guy who comes on who did the cut down video, but I learned a lot from that video. I actually saved it with the glasses. He's a popular member. I think he has glasses. Anyway, so no, I would say make it loud. I mix it to sound mastered. That's what I've always learned to do. And if you can put some glue on the end, glue compressor or something, just keep the levels good.
Wow, you even know the terminology. I love it. You are so much more advanced than I think you might recognize. There's a woman, I hope that I have a moment where the three of us are in close proximity, but her name is Kim Tibbs, and she's like national vice president of sales or something for Here Technology. So she's actually going to be at a booth, but she's also going to be on that panel of the ladies. And she's going to be doing a couple of classes about manifesting your future. And she is like, wow. She is a one-woman meteorite heading for impact. Whatever she focuses on, she's going there and getting there. Anyway, she and I just really hit it off the first time we spoke on the phone, and it turns out she's got like a full-on recording console in her house, a 2-inch 24-track machine. Wow. She's a world-class B3 player. Songwriter, she's had like 2 or 3 number ones on the British soul charts. Anyway, I hope the two of you get to hang out, because when she and I first met, we went out to dinner one night at a road rally, and I think we spent 3 hours talking about wires and microphones and sounds. It's like, damn, I'm already married, but you are my soulmate, Kim Tibbs.
Yeah, you start talking about frequency spectrum and I'm all, oh my gosh, I'm such a nerd. So
really? Oh my God. Yeah. Even if I don't get a chance to introduce you, go to the Here Technologies booth and meet Kim Tibbs. You guys will love each other. Yeah. Yeah, that's all. I'm not going to say anything more. You'll love each other.
I have to tell you, I'm not as technical. But don't scare the chat. Like, you don't have to know everything. Just
no, that's yeah. I would say that you're 100% right. You don't have, if you know that like dipping cutting frequencies out often works better than adding. And you know to keep things simple because it makes it easier to mix and it sounds better. I mean, these are not things that you're taught at Berklee School of Music or anywhere that's teaching music theory. It's just practical knowledge that you learn by doing. And I don't believe that some of the information given out in videos about audio on YouTube, I watch these guys. The videos are well done. They sound very authoritative. They sound like they know what they're doing. And I get to the end of an hour and I go, maybe it's just me, but I think you just gave out a lot of information. It's your personal opinion. It's not tried and true or stuff that you learned from people that have been doing it 20 years before you did it. So don't believe everything you see in YouTube videos, but ask around, especially in the Taxi forum, because there are other members that have been through the same kind of process of elimination to find the good teachers. And I'll bet you that Rachael Scott's got some of them.
Music's
Let's see.
dirtier now too, though. Like, it's okay to be messier than we were before. I think if you
Oh,
listen
yeah.
to some of the stuff that's on like Super Bowl commercials and stuff, like mess it up a little bit, you know.
Absolutely. I laughed when I got to your song. Let's do it again. I was laughing out loud to myself. I think I actually said the words out loud. Man, back when I started doing this, we worked to make everything sound pristine and get rid of the distortion. Sounds like this lady just opened up the can of distortion and poured it on every track, but
I have
worked.
distortion on everything. I have like 4 different distortion plugins that I love and mess it up.
Which ones do you have a favorite?
I like Decapitator. That one's good. I like Trash from Isotope. I think it's Trash 2 now, they call it. There's some good fun stuff. Even just the tube saturator on that one is great. You could throw that on a vocal. You could throw it on anything. It'll just love it up a little bit. Yeah, there's another one. I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember. Black Box or something.
The Decapitator didn't exist back when I used to work in real studios in its physical form. And then it came out a few years after I had moved on and started doing mostly post-production audio on TV commercials. And all my friends were buzzing about the Decapitator all the time. And someday I'm going to own one just because it sounds like something I should have. I mean, I guess I could just get the plug-in. But let's see. How do you usually start your tracks? Drums or synth line? It's a good question.
It's always different. Sometimes I'll sing a line and I'll hear kind of how the line should be sung. So then I'll go in and I'll probably start with bass in that. With this type of music, bass is pretty prevalent. The bass and the drums are pretty important. So I start with the bass a lot of the time, but sometimes I'll start with a synth and try to get like a dun dun like dun 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 dun, dun melody kind of going and feel it out. I don't think drums sometimes. I think more than often I start EDM music with drums, but not necessarily this kind of music. I think I throw a kick in just to get something going with the metronome, but I'm not that's one of the later things that I think I work on sometimes. You always want, if you hear like none of them have like one drum track. I think I have a lot of little claps over here and I've got a little like some snaps and I've got, racket happening. And when you listen to commercials, you hear a lot of that. There's a ton of percussion that you don't even really know is there, but
Right.
It's all there. So I probably have at least 5 or 6 tracks each time of different percussions going all together.
You're careful, though, that you don't overlap to the point of making things so busy that they lose their oomph. You introduce and take away, bring it back, bring this back. There's a lot of interplay in there, and I'm just amazed that you've figured this all out kind of on your own. Is your husband musical?
No.
Wow.
He carries my equipment though, and he loves music. He listens to a lot of music, but no, he doesn't play or sing or anything.
Is he like amazed that you can do all this so well?
I don't know. Maybe. He's been with me for so long. I think he's always thought I was a little bit special, or he's my husband, so I don't know. It's a biased opinion, whatever it is.
Oh man. Well, tell him he chose well. Michael says he chose well. I hope he's watching.
He is. He's in the other room. I can hear it.
Okay. Oh, it just jumped on me. Taxi University. Yep. I see her material is great for ads, but her mixes are muddy, lack definition.
Some of them are.
Honestly, I've got to say, I think your mixes are very appropriate for what you're doing. I started out because I'm a retired, audio guy, and I thought, oh man, I wish I could remix it. You know what? No. Because if I remixed it, I would make it boring, because I come from an era where we didn't take a lot of chances. we were always striving, Fleetwood Mac Rumors era. We're the Eagles, Hotel California, where we were always striving for glossy and perfect and slick and just nothing like jumped out at your face. It all just meshed together so well. But that is not a technique you can use for what you're doing. And when I went back and listened to your stuff again, I went, wow, she's even got the mixing part down.
Well, I think too, it's I'm always improving on that. It's not an easy thing, and low end is obviously hard to do. But at the same time, what I keep learning about this is that for streaming, maybe you want it to be more perfect. Like if I was going to put this out and be like, I'm an artist and stuff, but for TV and stuff, it doesn't seem to matter as much. Like it doesn't have to be as perfect. Because as soon as the feedback stopped being about my mixing, I was like, I got it. But I just kept going with it. And none of the libraries have said anything so far. So.
Oh, wow.
And it's getting cleaner, but it's fine.
Somebody wants to know, where did that go? Which of the plugins do you like in Logic?
Like Logic, that are stock.
Yeah.
They have, I actually like the saturator in Logic. I think it's called Saturator 2. I love the Chroma reverb, the convolution, whatever that one reverb. That one's great. You can do lots of stuff. I layer that and stuff. I like their Space Designer. I think that's a reverb too. It might be a delay. Everything. There's tons of stuff in Logic that is great. And when I was first starting out, that's what I used mostly. Every time I do a sidechain, I still just use if I don't use Kickstart, I like Kickstart for sidechaining, but if I don't use that, I just grab a Logic compressor every time, and then you shut off the auto gain and the knee, I think, and then you just hit the sidechain button, and then you can sidechain your bass and your drums and stuff like that. So I always sidechain bass to drums. I sidechain
I can't stop
synths
smiling.
to my vocals, like just things that get in the way. I think I still don't know how, because I do use a lot of synths, and I'm obviously still new at it, how that's going to translate with voiceovers and stuff. So I do try to stay out of that mid range, but it's kind of hard. So that's why I think I'm bass heavy, because then they can cut out my synths if they don't like it, and they can still use my bass and drums and have their voiceovers. So.
There's, I would say 80% of the music I've heard since I quit making records is bass light. I don't know why people are afraid of bass, but they also think, well, having a lot of bass is that big puffy hip hop bass, which I love basses that sound like a rubber band stretched over an oatmeal box. They've got that kind of boingy, boingy, bouncy sound to them, very defined and bouncy, combined with the perfect kick in exactly the right balance, gives you that thing right there that a lot of hip-hop basses don't do for me. But all that said, I've told my staff on many occasions that as an engineer and mixer, the one thing I was hardly ever happy with were my bass sounds. They were always like good enough, but never, I think maybe once in all my years behind a console did I ever get a bass sound where I went, that's perfection. But it happened. I realized it's the other instruments didn't get in the way. It was the key the song was in, the instrument that was being played, the person who was playing it, all those things that are hard to replicate because you'll never have all those things come together in exactly the same way again. So you just have to learn to guide your own destiny and roll with, okay, well, on this song, it's going to be different, and I got to still make it great.
Sounds right now are like hyperpop and Gen Z type stuff, which is what brands are mentioning a lot. It's very dirty. It's very heavy. It's very distorted. So
yeah, absolutely. I don't know why that became a thing, but I like it. It works. Got 2.5, or a little more than 2 minutes.
It's getting dark on my side. Sorry.
Oh, it's dark here. Wow.
Time change.
What do you listen to when you want to relax your brain and not analyze everything?
Oh, classical music, solo piano. Yeah, guitar. There's this guy. What's his name? Miyazumi Justin. Oh man, I don't know. There's a guy. He does slack key Hawaiian here, and he's great to listen to.
Yeah, slack key is most people on the mainland don't know what it is until you've actually been to Hawaii. I've been to the Hawaii Songwriters thing, and back when it was Kauai, I think at least 10 or 15 of them over the years. And
That's where we met.
who was the young kid, kind of tall, thin, very young, like 10 years ago? That was like one of the great slack key guitar players out there. And he got up and did a solo thing that night at the concert. It just...
Was it Tavana, maybe?
Name doesn't ring a bell, but whoever he was, I was in awe. He was like, he is to slack key what Prince was to his guitar style. Just like amazing. All right. Well, we are out of time, but Rachael, first of all, thank you for taking the time off of work to do this. I really appreciate. When I first called you, because oh man, I can't really get off of work. I'm in the middle of a big project, but you did it, and I'm just so happy to share your music with people and your story. And I think that you're really inspiring because you're every person. You know, you didn't come from a musical family. You're not immersed in music. You didn't go to Berkeley and study.
They were a little musical, my family, but I wasn't. Yeah, I didn't start until I was later. Yeah.
So I mean, you're living proof that anybody can do this if they work hard at it. They pay attention. They listen to how the music is put together, deconstruct it, and then reconstruct it, and then make it their own. You are just doing everything so right. So I just glad to have a moment to publicly acknowledge how proud I am of you, and I want to be able to say a few years from now, I was there in the beginning.
Oh, cool. I love it. That's where I got my start. Everyone that's talking, smack about Taxi, it's been really valuable for me. So I appreciate you making the company and giving us a place to have a middleman and not burn bridges and learn how to do it properly.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you signed up. I can't wait to meet you in a few days. And please remind me, you'll see me running from the ballroom to the restroom and then running back to the ballroom again. But just grab me at some point and say, can you introduce me to Kim Tibbs?
Cool.
You guys should go grab a burger or something together. Thank you so much. And I think that rather than playing the Taxi music on the way out, I am going to play Let's Do It Again as the outro for this week's episode. And see you in
I'll see everyone in 3 days.
Yeah, 3 days. Oh my God,
cool.
I've got to work
I'm
all
excited.
day. All right, thank you. Rachael Scott, ladies and gentlemen. Bet you've never heard it faded before.